All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We're back with another video. And yes, I know you're probably tired of seeing Record Store Day videos, but I'm here with a Record Store Day video. Sorry, it's been a while since my last posting, and I wasn't even able to get these on sort of the day of or the weekend of. It's just, life getting in the way sort of thing. But I did pick up a few things for Record Store Day 2025, and so we'll get to them. If you like classic rock, then you'll enjoy this video. If you don't like classic rock, this may not be the video for you. But off the top, one record that didn't come in and I haven't seen anywhere is the reissue of Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music. That was supposed to be a big reissue, and I haven't seen a single video on it anywhere. It didn't arrive at my local record stores in the area, and I haven't seen any. So if anybody has a copy of it, or was able to pick up a copy, I'd just be curious, or did that get delayed or canceled? I just haven't heard offhand. So I was kind of looking forward to that one, but we did okay in terms of picking up some stuff. So let's get to it. I decided to pick up Mark Bolan's, T-Rex Bolan B-Sides is what they're calling this. Of course, T-Rex featuring Mark Bolan. I realized I haven't got much T-Rex in my vinyl collection. I've got quite a few CDs and some CD box sets, but I don't have very much vinyl, so I'm kind of looking to rectify. And this came out, so the hype sticker says, Bolan B-Sides and bonus tracks, T-Rex, 25 B-Sides and 2 bonus tracks, including Born to Boogie single mix, Cadillac, Life's an Elevator, Tame My Tiger, Squint Eye, Mangle, Blackjack, and Thunderwing, exclusively for Record Store Day 2025, pressed on limited edition blue vinyl. And this is actually Record Store Day UK. On that one, but was available certainly in North America, or at least in Canada. So I noticed a number of the, I don't know why, but a number of the Record Store Day videos, certainly not all of them by any stretch, but a number of ones I watched, people just kind of showed the albums and then didn't open them up, so we didn't get a look inside. Of course, with me, we're definitely going to take a look inside. So this is a double album, increasingly, with the exception of one of my purchases. Most of the double albums coming in single sleeves or single jackets like that. Slightly, they're housed in there okay, but not a gatefold, if you will. Okay, so we got that. Very nice. And full lyrics available too for all the songs. Very nice. Not polylined or anything like that. And then, and then we've got like that. I'll just tuck that back in. And then we'll take a look at the other one. LP2. So glam rock at its best, Mark Bolan and T-Rex. And there and there. Okay, so there's that one. It certainly can be a little confusing when you're looking at Record Store Day for what's available in Canada or the US or the UK, depending on what list you're looking at. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up this one, but a lot of rave reviews about this one. Something I really wasn't familiar with. That's where the VC comes in handy for spotlighting different things. This is Passengers Original Soundtracks. So this is like a collaboration. This is an original Soundtracks one, Passengers, the visionary collaboration by U2 and Brian Eno, limited edition 30th anniversary already. This is two 180-gram heavyweight recycled black vinyl, which is interesting, featuring Miss Sarajevo and bonus tracks and different remixes and things. So there you have that. Again, a double album, but just a single jacket. And there you have the track listings. And it wasn't technically not listed as U2, but all the members of U2 along with Brian Eno. What a great collaboration. So I'm just going to leave the shrink on. I mean, I do that certainly where I can. Not easy for double albums. But when they're in these single sleeves, you can easily leave the shrink on with the hype sticker. Okay, and they pop out just like this. I don't know if I've got which one I've got first here. I don't know if it matters. So there's that. And inside, that nice design on the other side. Pop that there. And then we got all the credits there. And a great picture, wow. Brian Eno and U2, fabulous. And very nice. Okay, looking forward to that. As I say, I had not heard the original. So this will be definitely an interesting excursion. Okay, I was happy to pick this one up. A lot of hype about this one. Wasn't even initially aware that this was part of the Record Store Day releases. This is Eden's Children. How cool is that? So the hype sticker, this is on Sundays. And the hype sticker, fuzz-laden Boston Psych. The self-titled Eden's Children album rocks heavy with psych fuzz guitar, echoing rotund bass runs and wild drums. The band fits right in with other power trios like Cream, Hendrix, Charlotte, and Blue Cheer, according to a review from Psychedelic Digest. You've heard of Reader's Digest? How about Psychedelic Digest? So there you have it. And this is in its own little sleeve sort of thing here. So we'll just take this off. All right. Okay. And this actually gatefold, which I think the original was a gatefold as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then inside, nice polyline sleeves. And there you go, very nice. Yeah, looking forward to this one. There's always pleasant surprises with Record Store Day, but I do, I would admit that there are so many live albums being released. It'd be nice if they would do more stuff like this, like albums that have long been out of print. You know, you're trying to find them. I mean, I know Dada was a big hit. I wasn't even familiar with Dada offhand, but that was a big hit. So it'd be nice if they did more of that. I think that would really help out for Record Store Day. But having said this, we do have now the 13th Floor Elevators Live Houston Music Theater 1967. Very cool, with its own little sort of OB thing on the side here. So it reads, never released on vinyl before, restored for the first time on a mono mix. So I guess there is a stereo mix out there. Originally intended as the band's second LP, even though this was a live one. Includes signature tracks You're Gonna Miss Me and Reverberation, translucent blue with black smoke effect on the vinyl. So very cool. Oh, all right. And I think I saw one video. Robert Fithen was not too happy with this in terms of generally the sound. And again, you know, live recordings at this time were certainly hit and miss, to say the least. You know, and it says it was intended as their second album, but you never know. You never know. So there's the back. With more information on the front there. But yeah, it says again on the back, originally envisioned as the band's second LP, slated for release spring 1967, but never officially released. The album now makes its long-awaited debut in a meticulously restored first-ever mono mix, true to its intended form. That's the way nature intended. So it just slips out like this, and not polyline. And there you have it. Oops. Oh, okay. And certainly 13th Floor Elevators must be popular enough for Record Store Day releases, because they've had more than a few. Okay, let's get into some more live stuff. How about Elton John? Live at the Rainbow Theater with Ray Cooper. So this will be pretty much a stripped down set. Yes, vocals and piano Elton John, percussion by Ray Cooper. Very similar to the Elton John Live in Russia album. There's the track listing there. Live from the Rainbow Theater with Ray Cooper, available for the first time on vinyl, featuring unreleased live recordings of Sweet Painted Lady, Idol, and Dan Dare. A Record Store Day exclusive, 1 LP on 180-gram heavyweight black vinyl. Oh, okay. A BBC recording, so obviously I would assume initially a BBC radio performance, quite likely. Oh, okay, and very nice polylined inner sleeve for sure. And there you go. And yeah, this is definitely, it's got to be as it says, 1 LP on 180-gram heavyweight black vinyl, and you can certainly feel the weight of that. Okay, just quickly pop that back in, and we continue with more live. Yeah, another popular one, Talking Heads, live on Tour 78. First official release, the complete performance, recorded 1978, looks like December 18th at Cleveland's Agora during the More Songs About Buildings and Food Tour, limited edition 2 LP set, cut at 45 RPM, which is interesting. So I'm assuming they probably could have squeezed this onto a single album, but I could be wrong. But it's interesting, at 45 RPM. And I know certainly people are not fans necessarily of that. I don't mind the 45 RPM mix because, you know, as you say, the bigger the grooves, certainly the better the sound sort of thing, or at least maybe in my opinion. I don't know. Certainly Peter Gabriel's had a number of reissues at 45 RPM. Okay, again, a double album, but not a gatefold, as you can see. There's the back there. And then we've got sort of a black inner jacket there. As you can see, kind of cool. And there we have the vinyl. Very nice. Okay, nice polyline sleeves. And there's, I've got them in the right order. And side C and D. And there you have it. And it's been kind of nice. A lot of Talking Heads reissues, and certainly long overdue. That's good. Good to see. Okay, this was certainly a big one on my wish list. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Vault, 1975 to 1978, and described as a 2 LP set containing rarities and outtakes from the recording sessions which produced the albums Minstrel in the Gallery, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die, Songs from the Wood, and Heavy Horses, the majority of which have not been previously appearing on vinyl. There you have that, and that's pretty much, yeah. Songs from the Vault includes rarities and outtakes. 2 LP recycled black vinyl. Again, is this becoming a thing, this recycled black vinyl? Guess if it doesn't affect the sound quality or anything, that is, I would think, a good thing. I love this group photo here at the back with Martin Barr and the Husqvarna. Very nice. So this one, is this a double? Yeah, it's a double LP, but is it gatefold? Yes, I believe it is. So let's take a look inside. Okay, I'm just going to take this right off. I've tried to sometimes save the shrink on double albums like gatefolds sort of thing, but it just doesn't seem to work out because the shrink, when you just try to put it back into the shrink, it just doesn't work. Nice idea, but not practical. Okay, but I will of course save the hype sticker. And there never seems to be any shortage of Jethro Tull reissues. Okay, and this was one of the great lineups of the band, certainly through this period. Boy, lots to read on each song there. Okay, and nice polyline sleeves. Oops. And nice shot of the band on the label there. And I'm thinking it's the same on the other one as well. Like that. Oops, probably got them upside down. No, I guess I'm okay. There we go. All right. Still going. I did pick up, yes, this is live at the Rainbow, London, England. It looks like, I would assume that would be, yes, December 16th, 1972, because I know the British and Canadians, sometimes we invert the numbers there, but that would definitely be December 16th, 1972. Live performances from the legendary Close to the Edge Tour limited edition triple LP set with side F etching available for the first time on vinyl. And this, of course, on Rhino. But there you go, and another talk about classic lineups of yes, there you have that. There's the track listing there, but again, this is 3 LPs, but not a gatefold or anything like that, so they got 3 LPs into this. I haven't heard details about this one or the Elton John one offhand in terms of sound quality or any sound quality issues. So 3 LPs in this one, so they're all in like this. All right. Oops. And they're nice polyline sleeves, like that, and certainly not heavyweight vinyl, that's for sure. That would be becoming a heavy product there. If they were all 180 grams, 3 LPs. But there's that. And then I'll try to show you the etching. Sometimes the etching on these things, it's hard to see in the videos. There's that, and the etching's obviously on that side. Oops, so we got that. And then we'll see it's kind of a funky etching on the back. There you go. You probably can see that there. Yes, the Roger Dean. There we go. Roger Dean designed. Yes, very cool. Oh, okay. So looking forward to that. Just a few more. Indulge me. I did pick up the Ramones Loco Live. So happy to pick this one up. This one is this a gatefold as well? I'm not sure. Yes, it is. Interesting. So happy to pick up this one. Record Store Day exclusive. Ramones live in Spain, 1991 US version of their second live album on vinyl for the very first time. And when, when each Ramones song is like 2 minutes, what do we got? Like 100 songs on here or something like that? Maybe not quite 100. Oops. Hopefully you can see that okay. Although I guess I am taking the shrink off. We can take a look at that again for the song listings. But as always, we will keep the hype sticker. All right. All right, that gives you a better look at the songs. And let's open it up. Very nice. And inside, what do we find? We have polyline sleeves, and yeah, let's check. Very nice. There's the one. Oops. And the other. All right, that's fun when there are two different colored vinyls here. That's fun. And there you have that one. All right, and certainly there's been plenty of Ramones reissues as well. I picked up Peter Tosh Greatest Hits. Happy to pick this one up. I'm a big Peter Tosh fan, and happy to have a Greatest Hits limited edition pressed on tri-color green, gold, and red vinyl for Record Store Day exclusive. And certainly pretty straightforward in terms of the tracks. But yeah, Peter Tosh Greatest Hits, can't go wrong with that. And we have to take a look at the vinyl on this one, especially when it's tricolored like this. Can't beat that. Oops, there you go. And here we go. Oh, how much fun is that? There you go. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed Peter Tosh's voice. He had such a great full voice. And last but not least, was happy to pick up the Adores. This is Strange Days 67, a work in progress, because the last Doors release for Record Store Day, or the past one, the album did not come in. I know it came in for a few, but I wasn't able. It was another live album, but I wasn't able to pick that one up. So very cool with this one. Rough mixes from the album's early 1967 sessions, discovered after 58 years, without the final overdubs heard on the original release on translucent blue vinyl. And hopefully you can see the track listings there. And of course the classic Strange Days cover there. And a different kind of wrap around that way. Oh, okay. All right. And let's take this out. It's not wanting to come out. Come out, Tim, come out. All right. Oh, interesting little write-up there from Bruce Botnick. Very nice to see his re-involvement with producing these reissues. Okay. That is definitely translucent. There you go. Okay, so that is it for this edition. Yes, the wallet took a hit, but it was Record Store Day 2025, and I hope you enjoyed it if you partook in Record Store Day. I'm just curious about some of the things you picked up or some of the things you missed. Again, there was a few on my list, but that Lou Reed reissue was tops on my list, but it just didn't come in. But as I say, I haven't seen any videos on it. Again, post in the comments below. I do love answering your comments. So again, thank you so much. I do appreciate you dropping by, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.